Well, so what I have here? A what? 50th Jamaica independence. That's wicked,
right.
eh?
That's right.
Gentlemen, welcome to Chat That, part of Once Time Radio and Once Time website. Great to have you here. We have the World Wide Web.
Literally.
Literally. Norris Webb. Keyboard presently with Third World, but we're going to talk about some other things as well. And of course, Roger Smelly here, Toronto fella as well. I have strained my voice screaming at the Jamaica 50th Third World concert in Nathan Phillips Square, and also, of course, yelling for Bolt and Blake and Shelley and Veronica. And as we speak today, the 200 women's finals, which of course was disappointing, but what can I tell you? We have to be grateful for what we have had, and
Absolutely.
I guess what we will have. Bolt and Blake naturally in the semifinals got through, and of course the finals going to be tomorrow. But exciting times for Jamaica and Jamaicans and friends of Jamaicans
Absolutely.
That's right.
across the world. So guys, welcome to Toronto. Welcome to Chat That.
Thank you.
Once time viewers out there are going to enjoy this interview for sure. Let's start with Mr. Norris Webb. Tell me
That's
about the
right.
World Wide Web and tell me how you started your
Wow.
musical career, what you're doing right now, and how and Third World and the whole 9 yards.
You want the short version or
The
the long
short
version? My musical career is basically after high school, you know. After high school, my calling, the music just called me. And I ended up in the hotel as most of the musicians that are now internationally known.
North Coast band style.
Yes,
Yeah,
we end up going. North Coast is pretty much like a training ground for most of us. You know, the ins, the outs, the variety and the spontaneity and stuff. You know, and after that, I eventually formed my band City Heat, and that was in the like 89, 90, and it lasted a couple of years, and the industry kind of changed, and we started to tour, and it was fast forward, I started to freelance. The band was still together but not actively working together, and we all freelance as individual musicians, and I was one at a time with Maxi Priest, and
Nice, man.
I currently sometimes still do Toots and the Meters.
That's probably Maxi calling.
Yeah,
Hey, what you man? Come and play
See
with
if
Third
you're not
World and you're
playing.
not playing with me.
Yeah, you know, and I was with Toots up to recently, and like about 5 years ago now, I kind of just saw the need to be a whirler.
A world,
Because I was a
the World Wide Web. You have to be
Yeah,
a
you
world
know.
with the World Wide
I
Web.
got called, and they asked me if I could help out a situation, and I got asked to stay on board, and I just stay because, you know, it was something that most of us always look up to Third World as
For
the
sure.
band of the bands, you know, the man
Best
them
of the
from.
best.
Yeah, what a
from
great
Jamaica,
concert
you
the other night. Eh?
Oh, man.
That's
Oh
it,
my
man.
goodness, wicked. Just the whole setting and the mood and the
The weather
temperature
was
and
great.
oh
Yeah,
my
man.
goodness, man.
Ambiance is a hell of a thing, you know.
Yeah, seriously.
The vibe
Yeah.
was a
Yeah.
good thing. And we're glad to come, Canada, and Third World hasn't been in Toronto for a minute now. You know, they came maybe a year or two ago for a small something, but nothing big, and we're glad to represent Jamaica and, you know, somewhere where so much Jamaicans, and
Yeah, definitely.
especially a time like this, 15th and all that,
Exactly.
something, you know.
Yep.
Exactly.
Loud
for
and
sure.
proud.
For sure.
Mm.
So, do you write at all? Are you into writing?
I actually do, you know, some and some. Sometimes we get discouraged. Musically, we write even if we don't end up finishing it or
Mhm.
producing it. We may write, some of us put it down and shelf it or put it over there and say, yeah, one day, and, you know, we're bored, and then maybe 5 years later say, hey, the song, I remember it, and da-da-da. But, you know, I write, and nothing has ever went out as myself, as my own personal writing, but I've co-written with
Okay.
other people and
Nice.
stuff, you know,
So
from time to
do you
time.
do any lead vocals at all or any?
Not
necessarily doing back
personally.
vocals, but I wasn't sure if you did lead as well.
Not for Third World.
Okay.
I can't match up to Bunny Rocks.
Yeah,
Very big shoes to fill
No, I
there.
didn't mean Third World, just on you know, as a
On my own, no,
solo career or something.
not. I never really had the vision of pursuing a solo career.
Okay.
I'm always really a group type
Sure.
of person where I like to, you know, be a part of a group.
Okay.
I'm not a selfish one man thing.
Yeah,
no.
yeah, yeah.
You know.
I hear
good vibe.
Okay, and you produce it all, or?
Yeah, actually produce quite a bit, you know.
Okay.
Not internationally known, but
Mm-hmm.
produce under the choir, under the,
Okay.
you know, underground.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And are you based in Jamaica? Or are you based in States now? Where are you?
Currently based in Florida,
Okay.
and I intend to be in Florida for a bit now,
Okay.
as I am a member of Third World, and most of the members, the
Yeah,
core,
the core members of the
yeah,
band.
the core
Spend
and
a-
the cores,
and the cores. Spend a lot of time
Mr.
there.
Core and the cores
Yeah.
are really Florida
Yeah.
based.
Yeah, yeah.
So it makes sense if, you know,
Sure.
a unit or a band will sound just as they are if they're together, if you're thinking together, or you're
Mhm.
living together, the
Right.
communication, you know, it's important to kind of vibe with you if you
Yeah,
like
definitely.
chicken or
Florida,
rice or
Florida
whatever.
is really Kingston North.
Right, you know,
Yeah,
and then
we
again,
are Kingston way north.
way up
Extreme
north, you know, not even so extreme, but just
Yeah.
additional Kingston.
Yeah, exactly.
So when I'm in Florida, I really home. I'm
Of
still
course,
home.
for sure.
You know, I want to go home, visit mommy, daddy, whatever. Just
yeah,
say,
yeah.
oh, party tonight? All right, hold on, soon come. Click. I mean, it's 1 hour
That's
away.
wicked.
Jump on a flight.
Yeah,
Bam.
I know, it's great. It is.
Yeah.
It is very cool. So do you guys ever do any kind of collaborations, or even just kind of get together for jams with people like Inner Circle, and because Circle House is right there in the heart of Miami, in the city of Miami.
Actually, we do collabs when we are asked to.
Mm-hmm.
I would safely say, because you don't want to jump on people and
Sure.
say that. It's actually the last album that we did.
Right.
It's 80% collaborations.
Okay.
You know, you have
Yeah.
Michael Rose on it.
Yeah.
By the way, it's the name of it is called The Patriots.
Patriots, man.
Wicked.
So you have, people like Michael, Greg Isaac's one of his latest songs. I mean, latest numbers.
Diana.
You have Tessan.
Yeah.
You have Taurus.
Right.
You
It's
have-
available on what, iTunes now? Or?
Yeah, man, it's
Okay.
available. You can download it on iTunes, and I think you can go on our website, and there are links on it where you can
Okay, what's
buy
that
it.
website? Just tell everybody.
www.thirdworldband.com
Okay.
is
Cool.
our website.
That's web.
You know, that's a web telling you to go on the web. See? Alright. So, yeah, man, you can go on. If you go on Facebook, you will see
You'll see it as well. Okay.
links
Yeah,
to
okay.
But
Yeah.
the primary thing is
Right.
thirdworldband.com, and you will see our schedule and
Perfect.
all of that stuff,
Good.
pictures and
Nice.
good-looking guys, ugly guys,
Okay,
Yes.
that's great. That is excellent. Well, listen, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll talk about the plans for the band for the future, some of your plans and stuff.
Yeah.
We'll talk a little bit Olympics more, and then we're going to talk to Roger about racing and what he's doing in Toronto. We'll be right
Yeah.
back on Chat Dad.
Bless.
Every time.